Hey y'all! Today we're diving headfirst into one of the most talked about feuds in gaming history, pirate software versus Stop Killing Games. It's a clash between a loud indie developer and a preservation campaign that wants to keep your games from getting Thanos snapped off the internet. What started as a debate over legislation turned into a meme-fueled online war that's got Reddit melting down and Twitter swinging battle axes. So let's break it down. Who are the players? What actually happened? And why are people this fired up over what happens when a video game gets deleted? Let's start with pirate software. Real name, Jason Thor Hall. He's a developer and Twitch streamer, best known for his work on the game Heartbound. His vibe? Kinda like if your high school computer science teacher became a streamer, mixed with the chaotic energy of someone who codes at 3 a.m. while fueled by Red Bull and unfiltered spite. He's also known for speaking his mind, which, as you'll see, can be both a strength and a liability. Some have compared him to being the smartest person in the room, and we all know that never turns out well. Doubling down, he also refuses to see any perspective other than his. Another awful character trait. Insufferable doesn't begin to cover it when it comes to this slime ball. If you're going to have the facade of being all-knowing, you should probably attempt being right every once in a while. Now enter the other side of the story. Stop Killing Games, a movement created by Ross Scott, the guy behind Accursed Farms and Freeman's Mind. In April 2024, Ross launched this campaign in response to Ubisoft shutting down the servers for The Crew, a game that literally became unplayable after April 1st. No offline mode, no server emulator, nothing. The game you paid for gone, just poof. Ross's campaign wants new laws in the EU and UK that would require game publishers to offer an offline mode or provide self-hostable servers when they decide to shut a game down. Seems fair, right? You bought a game, so you should still be able to play it after the servers go dark. That's the whole idea behind Stop Killing Games. But in August 2024, Pirate Software wasn't having it. He released a video criticizing the campaign, calling it vague, overly ambitious, and technically infeasible. According to Pirate, forcing every game to have an offline mode would crush small developers, prevent the creation of innovative online-only experiences like MMOs, and create legal headaches about licensing and ownership. His main point? Not all games can or should be preserved in the way Stop Killing Games demands. If you try to turn every online experience into a forever product, you could choke out creative freedom and bankrupt small studios trying to meet unrealistic laws. Ross didn't respond right away, but when he did, oh lord. On June 23, 2025, Ross Scott released a video directly responding to Pirate Software, and it was basically the YouTube equivalent of a courtroom mic drop. He accused Pirate of misrepresenting the SKG campaign, saying that they never demanded that always online games be turned into offline single-player experiences. According to Ross, SKG just wants developers to have a plan when they shut games down. Maybe that means an offline mode. Maybe it means handing over server tools so the community can run it themselves. The point is, don't just erase a game from existence. Let people who paid for it still play. It seems like a reasonable ask, but things didn't cool off after that. In fact, the internet poured gasoline on the dumpster fire. After Ross's video, Pirate jumped on X, formerly Twitter, to respond. His first post was deleted. The follow-up tried to clarify his position. He's not anti-preservation, he's just saying the SKG proposal is unworkable in practice. He pointed out that games like MMOs, MOBAs, or anything UGC-heavy couldn't meet these demands without major rewrites. He also threw in a line about how he makes minimum wage as a dev and wasn't some corporate stooge trying to destroy the movement. But to a lot of people online, that clarification came off a little too late and a little too defensive. Reddit exploded. Creators like Moist Critical and Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers backed Ross, arguing that preservation is more important than speculative fears about future game design. Memes flooded the forums. One called Pirate the guy who loves indie freedom until it means people keep their games. Ouch. And it didn't help that some YouTubers like Endymion TV released full-length breakdowns titled things like Pirate Software is wrong, accusing him of tanking a preservation movement right when it needed momentum to cross petition thresholds. The internet split into two camps, Team Ross and Team Pirate. Team Ross argued that laws like SKG are essential to consumer rights in the digital age. Team Pirate argued that such laws would kill creativity and bury small developers in bureaucracy. And somewhere in the middle were confused gamers just wondering why they can't play a game they bought in 2016. So what's the actual debate here? On one side, Ross and SKG are saying, if a company sells a product, they should guarantee access to it even if it's online only. Otherwise, it's like renting a car and having it disappear halfway through your road trip. They want legislation to force publishers to include shutdown plans, like offline modes or server releases. On the other side, Pirate says, that's nice in theory, but in practice, it's a technical and legal nightmare. Not every game can be turned into an offline experience. Some rely entirely on matchmaking, real-time data, or proprietary infrastructure. You can't just flip a switch and hand it to the public. There's also a deeper legal question. When you buy a game, are you really buying it, or are you just licensing it temporarily? That's a fight that's been brewing for years, and this drama is just the latest battleground. Things got even spicier when the SKG campaign started stalling. The EU petition has yet to hit its signature goal, and some fans blame Pirate's video for poisoning the well right when SKG needed momentum. In the UK, lawmakers already refused to consider new regulation on digital game ownership. So this fight isn't just online drama, it might have real-world policy consequences. Meanwhile, developers are watching this unfold like it's the Hunger Games. If the SKG laws pass, they might have to fundamentally change how they build and maintain games. If they don't pass, companies will keep flipping off servers and ghosting consumers. And if you think this ends with one video or one tweet, you must be new here. The memes are still rolling, the Reddit threads are still on fire, and both Ross and Pirate seem unlikely to back down. So where does this all land? Well, Pirate Software might have had a valid concern about feasibility, but the way he said it? Yeah, it came off condescending and dismissive. Meanwhile, SKG might be a little idealistic, but their goals are grounded in a real consumer need, not being robbed when a server goes down. This fight isn't about one guy being evil and one guy being a hero. It's about two passionate people, one focused on innovation, the other on preservation, colliding at the weird intersection of gaming, law, and content creator ego. So what do you think? Is Stop Killing Games pushing for laws that make sense in the real world? Or is Pirate right to push back on a campaign that might accidentally punish the very developers it's trying to protect? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more digital drama, gaming hot takes, and preservation wars. And remember, no matter what side you're on, we all want the same thing, to keep playing the games we love. Until next time, don't kill games. And don't be a drama pirate either. Stay curious, y'all.